Hello again, I'm Coyote Jack, and this video is a continuation on one we covered around February, where, at this point it's no news that what happened to Blue Archive during the fucking shit show of the past year, where basically the former developers and executives at Nexon that they were working on this game decided to sabotage it, so intentionally sabotage the game that everyone enjoyed, this gacha game, to sell their own stuff, while they stole assets. So all of that summary at this point people knows it. So yeah, they try to permanently damage the game, and look what they did to the character Hoshino. If you are a Blue Arca player, we already know what they did to her is inexcusable. But they and oh man, what we covered on that video was that the Nexon is just going after the assets. That apparently there was some information leading to stolen assets by those morons at Crystal Dynamics for Project KB. And I'm not going to deny that I want at first the ones that I was on the side. You know what? I want Blue Arc at Project KB to succeed, but talar Project KB happened to succeed at the expense of sabotaging the first one intentionally and maliciously. Nah, fuck this shit. Yeah, they deserve to go throw in jail and get the sub dropped because this is what is going to happen. So there was this investigation. Well, it was eventually going to start an investigation depending on how the lawsuit was happening between Nexon and Crystal Dynamis. And yeah, now we can say that the law of enforcement actually is doing this job of investigating their assets and the properties and everything they have. So we have this article from South Korea and just using Brave as a translator. So Blue Arca developer suspected of leaking after leaving the company to prosecutors. A search and seizure was conducted in February on charge of stealing unleashing game assets while leaving the company. Dynamis one refuted. There are many parts of the charges that are different from the facts. Oh boy, man! Right now, the way how it's going, I don't think you should say that. You should just stay fucking quiet. So, because this was posted on October 17th of current year. So, CEO John Hanyon, reporters Kim Yu Hwan and Lee Ju Rip, officials from Dynamis One, a domestic game company led by the development team that participated in the production of the popular mobile game Blue Archive, were handed over to the prosecution. So yeah, they are throwing the book up. Then they're going to do that, and it's not going to end well for them, just saying. Considering John Han news coverage on the 17th, the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency Industrial Technology and Security Investigation Unit, very long ass name, you ask me, but continue on, recently sent Dynamis 1 CEO Park Beyond Rim and officials to the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office without detention. Hey, show into office, motherfucker. This is how I'm reading this, or Brave Translator is fucking it up. So they fuck up, man, pretty badly. And yeah, now they're saying, yeah, you know what, you are going at jail at some point if you don't pay the lawsuit or you do a settlement. I think Nexon doesn't want a settlement. They are out there for blood. Parks and others are accused of unauthorized export assets, development materials, from a unreleased new game that was under development when he left Nelson Games before founding the company. So they stole everything for Project KB, and Project KB by itself was a stolen game from Nexon. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, Park was a former producer of the popular global game Blue Arca and Nexon Games, and left the company in April last year along with key developers such as scenario director and art director to establish Dynamis One. Dynamis One released Project KB as their first game in September of the same year, and the overall painting style and musical atmosphere, as well as the setting and character design, were overly similar to those of the Blue Archive, which caused controversy over plagiarism. While they were the same artists, and yes, some of those artists are blacklisted. The designer for Yui, the stinky one, well, as the memes goes. I don't think she's stinky, but I really enjoy seeing the memes. And still, that guy got blacklisted. The illustrator for Hanako, the pervy pink hairy thing, is blacklisted too. Doremi, I think they kind of came to an agreement. I don't know. It was never confirmed. People believes that he's still blacklisted at Nexon. And at that point, yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. Some of those were colluded with fucking Crystal Dynamics one, with Dynamis one executives, and others were just like, well, people pointed out that it looks like they were just groomed in a way, if that's the correct word of saying it, to move out of Nexon and go out with Project KB. Yeah, I remember the situations where you have some fucking envious, malicious moron poaching talent from another company just so that company say, ah, well, you scammed us. Yeah, I have seen at least once in my life, and I can understand the predicament those artists are. Well, for the Pikachu face one, you know who I'm referring to. That fucker stopped going on social media. He just vanished entirely. His latest posts were from 2014, 2024, excuse me, 14. Excuse me there. Continue on. Just to read this article. The police, aware of the circumstances, conducted a search and seizure of Dynamis One's headquarters in February, obtained development-related materials and booked officials, including Park Beyond's ring to investigate. And Nexon Games announced its positions immediately after the search and seizure and said some members of Dynamis One have leaked information about the undisclosed new project MX Blade, which was being developed under a long-term plan even before leaving the company, and are plotting to use it for game development under a new configuration. We have confirmed the circumstances, and in response to this, Dynamics was later issued a short statement and countered saying the contents of the charges are very different from the facts. However, the police believe that the charges of violating the Fair Competition Prevention Act were proven and sent a representative Park and others to the prosecution. So yeah, they're toast. They are going to be, be thrown in jail. They're going to drop the soap and they're going to get pegged by the booty warrior. And that's how this story is going to end. Yeah, it's over for Dynamis 1. And they're going to be remembered, those former developers, all of those that actually helped to build Blue Archive, to be the ones trying to sabotage it. And they're going to be hated for it. So, even looking at this right now, look at this. There is people that keep supporting the game. Nexon actually is committed to keep delivering the good stuff, and there is a lot of doujin artists, so that should be pretty telling that people keep enjoying Blue Archive, and they're not going to forgive and forget what those morons at the Nemes One have done. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and please take care.